Determine the best measure of center. Now we're talking about the measures of central tendency. So let's consider the three options. We've got the mean, median, and mode. So the mean is the average of all values in a data set. This means we're dealing with quantitative data only, numbers. The median is the middle number when your numbers are ordered least to greatest. Again, quantitative data only. Whereas the mode is the item or the value that appears most often in a data set. And because we're just looking at what appears most often, this can be qualitative or quantitative data. So you'll notice if you have quantitative data, numbers could be the mean, median, or mode. If you have qualitative data, which I like to think is words, your only option is the mode. So if you have qualitative data, the best measure of central tendency is the mode. It's the only measure of central tendency that is available for qualitative data. So no thinking really involved. If you have quantitative data, right? So numbers that mean something. You could have the mean or you could have the median. Generally, the mode is not used for quantitative data because it doesn't really give you a good sense of things, just what appears the most often. So the mean is good if there is no outlier. Now, an outlier is a data value that is really significantly different from everything else. So if it's way, way lower or way, way higher, that is going to throw things off for the mean. The mean takes into account all of the values without being pulled in one direction. Again, if there is no outlier. So that's what we want. If all of your data is generally in the same range, then you want to use the mean for quantitative data. If there is an outlier, right? So the outlier, either super small compared to everything else or super big compared to everything else, it's going to pull the mean in that direction, which is bad. So if there is an outlier, you want to use the median because remember the median is the middle number. So if you have one number that is huge compared to everything else, that's fine, right? Because the median is not influenced by that one extreme value. We're still going to find the middle of the data set. So really pay attention to, is it qualitative or quantitative? If it's quantitative, do you have an outlier? If you can answer those two questions, you know what is the best measure of central tendency for the set of data you're playing with.